Here we are, this area that I chose to do for my walking tour. It's called Peake's Wharf. This is right now being used as private dock for the yacht club. There's also a business out of here that runs tours of the Charlottetown Harbor in the summertime, so when it gets a little warmer, that business will be up and running. Over here is a small park where people can walk, run, bike. There's actually a track in there and a picnic area right in the middle. It was also used for an older concert that PEI doesn't put on anymore, but it was called the Festival of Lights. It was stationed right around Canada Day. I remember going to see groups like Nickelback back when they were popular, and the Bare Naked Ladies here. They don't do it much anymore, but they have a concert ground closer to the Hillsborough Bridge, which is pretty popular as well. Just across the parking lot is Founders Hall, which is excellent. If you're ever wondering about Confederation and how it happened and what PEI's role in it, Founders Hall is probably the best interactive museum you could ever go to. Hopefully it's not closing, however, I think that's what I've heard. A lot of the shops around here, there's actually quite a few tourist attractions. There's Cow's Ice Cream, Mrs. Peake's, the Flip Flop Shop, Coastal Culture, Island Beach Co. They're all here. This yellow building here is, I believe, the yacht club. Now, as we can see, there's a cruise ship in town. There's actually quite a few, there's a lot of foot traffic from this cruise ship around here that I've noticed today. That would be the only explanation for why there's so many people out here on such a cold day. Now, turning towards the more historical aspect of Peake's Wharf, this is actually where the Founding Fathers landed for the Confederation talks in 1864. If you look straight up this street here, I don't know if it's easy to see from here. That's Province House at the very end of the street there. Now, when they had landed, the Founding Fathers had dropped anchor way out in the harbor, and this statue depicts their meeting party. It was William H. Pope, PEI's founding father, who was very for Confederation and actually had invited the delegates here, rowing out to them in a dinghy because there was actually a circus in town for the first time in decades, so nobody else would row out to meet them. So not exactly starting off on the best foot, but they didn't think much of it, the Founding Fathers. Now, though there is an excellent bar here, I think a few of you are familiar with it, Peake's Quay. Seasonal bar, but it's very popular in the summertime. Famous or infamous, depending on your recollection of the bar. Though there's lots to do here, including Peake's. And there's the sign. Though there's lots to do here, probably the coolest thing about here, in my opinion, now this is really showing my history major, the coolest thing about this area is, oddly enough, the sidewalk up the street here. The sidewalk that's here, the bricks in the sidewalk that have been laid down, have not been changed since 1864, since before 1864 actually. These stones in the sidewalk are the very stones that the likes of John A. Macdonald and the rest of the Founding Fathers walked on to get from Peake's Wharf to Province House, which, if any of you know your Canadian history, which I'm sure some of you do, the talks at Province House led to the Quebec Conference, which actually led to the creation of Canada, which I think it's cool to have such a real piece of history right under my feet. So this has been Peake's Wharf. I hope you've enjoyed my video tour.